I'm having problems maintaining my sound from the low B flat to the low C and from the low B flat to the low Bs. How can you help? I can help by answering this question and showing you a few exercises. Welcome back to the channel, and this is the question that I'm going to answer to today. I'm going to give you some exercises to work on that and explain to you a little bit the technique of going from this low pedal B flat to that low C or to that low B, and actually vice versa. But hey, if this is the first time that you joined us on this channel, the Trombone Lab, my name is Raph, and on this channel we do a lot of arrangements, we also do some equipment reviews, and we do some technical exercises for the trombone and other brass instruments, just like in this video. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you also want to get the PDF versions of all these exercises, then you can enter our membership program by joining us in the link below. It's the Patreon program, and what you get all the PDFs, but also the most interesting thing is that you get to get one-on-one feedback from myself. So I send you the exercises, you practice them, you record them, you send them to me, and I give you some personalized feedback so that you can play them better. And for your etudes and your pieces and whatnot, anything that you need feedback on, you can send it to me and I will send you back some feedback. So it's a really good deal because I know that music lessons cost a lot of money, and you can have unlimited lessons kind of for a very small amount of money with that program. So I'm doing this because I want music lessons to be affordable for everybody. I know they're very expensive, and that puts some young people off playing classical music, jazz music, instrumental music in general. So I put this membership program in place, and I hope that you will join us on this journey. So let's talk about the exercise. One big challenge from going to the low B flat to the lowest C, and that is having to deal with the resistance change. So when you play that low B flat, you have practically no resistance at all. The lowest resistance in these notes of the whole instrument. It is the basis of our whole harmonic system, right? So from that pedal B flat to the B, then the G, you know, like when you do those flexibilities. The harmonic spectrum, that is the word in English, harmonic spectrum. So this is the bottom, the basis of our harmonic spectrum, and it doesn't have any resistance at all. So when you add those two triggers to play those low C's and low B's, and actually low D flats and D's, it adds so much more resistance because those are not natural notes, right? They're not naturally compatible with our B flat instrument. So to go back to the pedals, just 1 second, normally if you play them well, you are still strong, but you are able to kind of get them out there without good intonation and sound, of course, but if you just let everything go, because they really do have zero resistance. So when you go to the low C's and the low B's from that point of resistance, you really need to do a huge work on your air to be able to get there. So the exercise that I propose to you is simply doing a little scale, half a scale actually, and you're going to do a crescendo every time you change the resistance. There's also a tricky point in playing from the low B flat to the low C, is when do you press those triggers, because as soon as you press them, boom, the resistance is on, right? So this is something that I'm not going to answer, and I'm asking you the question, when do you press on those two triggers? Put your answers in the comments below, and I will answer them. I will answer your comments. So let's try this exercise. Very simple. Crescendo, you start on a mezzo piano. No, I was more like mezzo forte. You start on mezzo forte, and boom, you blast that note as loud as you can. And you keep the solidity here, so it all goes with the air. So what happens really with the air is when you go to the C, you need faster air. You need faster air but the same volume. And when you go back to the B flat, you're going to need slower air but still big volume. That is the difference. So to break through that resistance, you need to add some speed of air, and when you come back you need to reduce the speed, otherwise it's just going to make a 40cc Mo B flat, and my neighbors don't want that. And try them in the lower dynamic. To go to the B, it's going to be exactly the same, but you have longer travel. So again, it's going to be the question of the day. Answer it below. When do you press those valves? Do you press them before you get there? Do you press them on the way there? Or do you press them even sooner? So what you can see and maybe hear, I mean I don't think you can see, but maybe you can hear it, is when I get from that note with a lot of resistance, so with on the lower B, and back up, I hear a little because with the movement of the slide and the pressure of the resistance and me blowing, it creates a little, like a little explosion, right? So you want to avoid this by adjusting the speed of your air. I hope this is clear. I'm not sure I'm being very clear. I hope I'm being clear. If you have any questions, please do put them in the comments below. I want this concept to be very clear, and it's not very easy to explain. So, in order to avoid this little explosion, at least at the beginning, you're going to have to just move your slide a little bit less fast. Yeah? Okay, so I hope I was clear in my explanation. Basically, to recap, you need to change the pressure, you need to change the speed of the air. So from that low B flat, you need to go and put more speed with the same volume to the D. You're going to have to press those valves at the right time. Same for the B flat, and back is the opposite. You're going to have to slow your air a little bit. So you really need to learn how to control your air. Do some breathing exercises. There's some on this channel. I'm going to put some more if you need them. But practice controlling your air, controlling the speed, going more speed and less speed. So that's it for today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please put a thumb up. If you have any question, comment and feedback, please put them in the comments below. And if you've not done so already, please subscribe to this channel and press this little bell button so that you're notified every time I post some new content. Yeah, that's it. Don't forget that also on Instagram I post daily mini videos, daily little tricks and tips, and on my stories also, so all that's completely free. Follow me there if you're interested. I also do some live videos, and I don't know when I do them. Sometimes I'm practicing something and I just press, record live video, and I get on live and we do some exercises together. So if you're on there, you get some little notifications and whatnot, and we can practice together. It's fun. It's more fun than practicing by yourself, especially if you're doing long tones and pedal notes and things like this. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!